Hey everyone. Um, so let's go ahead and get started. We are in the last video, I ended telling you that we are going to actually go through these two different writing styles or letters. Um, and we're going, of course, we're going to answer the questions, but I want us first of all to read through, listen, and then read through so you can repeat after me. And then, of course, we will answer the questions. So first, our first objective is to read and answer the questions, then listen. So what are the questions? The first question is, where is Raphael? And of course, they have already given you the answer for that. Where is Raphael? So when you listen, you hear where he is. What is he doing now? What is he doing now? Who is Raphael writing to? So as you listen, we'll see who he's writing to. Where's the post office? Where's the post office? And then next, where's the museum? Where's the museum? So let's go ahead and take a listen to this letter.
Page 61, Exercise 4, Track 17.
January 17th, 2018. Dear Marianne, how are you? I'm having a great time in Los Angeles. Right now, I'm eating lunch at a Mexican restaurant and writing postcards. I want to buy stamps at the post office and visit the museum. The post office is about 5 blocks from the restaurant. It's next to the museum. See you soon, Raphael.
Okay, great. Now I have to admit, that is a little bit of a strange letter because it's not complete. You know, it's not a complete letter. I mean, postcards, when you write a postcard, they usually have just a little bit of information. So they don't give you a whole ton of information. And that's okay. So let's, I'm actually, I think you might hear that little buzzing in the back. So please, just for a second, ignore that if you don't mind. Okay, yeah, it's gone. I didn't want to have to stop the video and start over because we're doing so well. But so we listened to the audio, and we heard Raphael talk about where he is. So where is Raphael? The answer right here says he's in Los Angeles. And how do we know that? He says, I'm having a great time in Los Angeles. That's how we know where he is. Number 2, what is he doing now? What is he doing now? So here we have now. Right now, I'm eating lunch at a Mexican restaurant and writing postcards. So what is he doing now? He is eating lunch at a Mexican restaurant and writing postcards. That's what he's doing now. Okay? Who is Raphael writing to? Who is Raphael writing to? Well, here we see the person he's writing to. Well, we see it here, I'm sorry, but we also see it right here. This is where we mainly see where he's writing to. Mary Ann. Who is Raphael writing to? He's writing to Mary Ann. Where's the post office? Where does he say the post office is? Well, he says the post office is about 5 blocks from the restaurant. The post office is about 5 blocks from the restaurant. Now, Marianne, unless she has lived in Los Angeles where Raphael is right now, she won't know where the post office is. I mean, she'll know it's 5 blocks away from the restaurant he's eating at, but Marianne really won't care. That's why this is a very odd letter. And then the last question is, where's the museum? Where's the museum? It's next to the restaurant. And how do we know that? Because right here he says the post office is 5 blocks from the restaurant. And then he said it's next to the museum. Oh, wait. See, it's important to read carefully. This it, what is this it talking about right here? This it is talking about the post office. So my first answer when I said it's next to the restaurant is wrong. Where's the museum? The museum is actually next to the post office. It's not next to the restaurant, because this it right here, and it says it's next to the museum, this it is talking about the post office. The other thing I want to point out is the way these questions are asking where is, we see an opportunity here. We know how we answer that question, where is. We answer the question where is with a preposition of location. And we know that our prepositions of location are, we've talked about some of them already, not all of them, but we've talked about some of them. And some of them that they use here, we have next to, and where is the post office? 5 blocks from. So this kind of gives us an idea of how to write a postcard. Now, the other thing I want to point out with writing this postcard is he starts out with what? A date right here, right? He starts out with dear, and then he finishes with see you soon and his name. And then on a postcard, on this side of a postcard, so you see these double lines? When you write a postcard, you write your message on this side. Some people, if they have a lot to write, they'll also come over here on this side. But you have to make sure you leave room for the address. And that's what you write here. You write the person's name and the address where you want the postcard to go. And then right here in this little box right here is where you put your stamp. Okay, cool. So that's a postcard. Now let's look at the exercise 5. So in exercise 5, we actually see another letter, but this is actually more informal, and this is an email. So there's no date, you know, you don't have a dear, anything like that. You don't have an address. This is more of a an informal letter. So let's look at the questions, and I'm going to leave my marker up here so that I don't cover up the questions. So question number 1 is, where is Huey's apartment? Where is Huey's apartment? Question number 2, where is the grocery store? Where is the grocery store? Question number 3, how does Huey's husband get to work? How does Huey's husband get to work? And question number 4, is the Italian restaurant good? Is the Italian restaurant good? And I just remembered something I forgot to do up here, but I'll do it at the very end. I'll read this so that you can repeat it after me, and then I'll also read this one so you can repeat it after me. But first, let's listen. Let's go ahead and listen to this email.
Page 61, Exercise 5, Track 18.
Hi, Susan. I love my new apartment. It's across from my children's school. There's also a grocery store next to it. My husband works there. He walks to work. There's an Italian restaurant on the corner of Maple Street and Pine Street. It's very good. I like it here, but I miss you. Please write. Your friend, Hui.
Okay, very good. So first, I realized I pronounced her name wrong. It's Hui, not Huey. So um, let's go ahead and correct that. So Hui writes an email, and we see, um, some of the things that she's feeling. She tells us some of the things that she's feeling, right? But let's answer the question. So question number 1, where is Hui's apartment? And she says right here, it's across from my children's school. Remember, when you see a pronoun, it's, you look at the sentence before to figure out what the it is talking about. And so this it is talking about the apartment, and the apartment is across from her children's school. Then she said, question number 2 is, where is the grocery store? Where is the grocery store? Right here it says, there's also a grocery store next to it. Next to it. So what's this it referring to? It's referring to the same it that's in this sentence, which is the new apartment. So the grocery store is next to her new apartment. The next question is, how does Hui's husband get to work? How does Hui's husband get to work? Well, the answer is right here. He walks to work. He walks to work. Okay, very good. And the last question, is the Italian restaurant good? Is the Italian restaurant good? And she says right here, it's very good. What's this it talking about? Let's look at the sentence before. It's talking about the Italian restaurant. Okay, she says it's very good. Great. So those are the answers to those questions. So now what I want to do is go through each of these and have you repeat after me, because the audio was a little fast. So I'm going to have you guys repeat after me. So take a nice big deep breath and get ready to repeat after me. We're going to start up here. Repeat after me. January 17th, 2018. Dear Marianne, how are you? I'm having a great time in Los Angeles. Right now, I'm eating lunch at a Mexican restaurant and writing postcards. I want to buy stamps at the post office and visit the museum. The post office is about 5 blocks from the restaurant. It's next to the museum. See you soon. Raphael. Her address is Marianne Rogers, 17 West Street, El Paso, Texas, 79910. All right, so now I want you to read with me. I'm not going to pause as I read, but I am going to go slowly. Just read along with me, okay? January 17th, 2018. Dear Marianne, how are you? I'm having a great time in Los Angeles. Right now, I'm eating lunch at a Mexican restaurant and writing postcards. I want to buy stamps at the post office and visit the museum. The post office is about 5 blocks from the restaurant. It's next to the museum. See you soon, Raphael. Great. Okay, now let's go down to our email. First, repeat after me. Hi, Susan. I love my new apartment. It's across from my children's school. There's also a grocery store next to it. My husband works there. He walks to work. There's an Italian restaurant on the corner of Maple Street and Pine Street. It's very good. I like it here, but I miss you. Please write. Your friend, Hui. Okay, so now I want you to read with me, okay? Hi, Susan. I love my new apartment. It's across from my children's school. There's also a grocery store next to it. My husband works there. He walks to work. There's an Italian restaurant on the corner of Maple Street and Pine Street. It's very good. I like it here, but I miss you. Please write. Your friend, Hui. Okay, there you have it. So the next lesson, we are going to go into lesson E in your student book. So I want to make sure you guys prepare for that, okay? We're going to go into lesson E from your student book. All right, see you soon.